Okay, I'm just getting it back on so that you girls can screen share again. I want you to be able to go back and watch it. Come on. All right. All right, so once you're in the 5K friends, trying to move this bar out of the way. It's different for everybody. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. On the left, it'll say members. So I've already clicked on it, and it's gonna bring up all the people that are here. It's okay if we're all in here because everybody's gonna interact differently with whoever they feel comfortable with interacting with, right? So you're gonna scroll through here, and when you go over people's names, it used to be really easy. It would put a thing here and it would say add as a friend. They don't have that anymore. Facebook changed it. So you're gonna scroll over their name, and if you're not friends, I'm gonna go down a little ways. And you're gonna obviously pick, this isn't a ladies group, but there's a group that's men and women. So when you go through that one, you're gonna pick the ladies. And even if it says they're a unique person or they're with another makeup company, don't worry about it, because we know that some people are just done with their company and they're looking for something else. And so there might be an opportunity that they would come join you. So you're gonna click over it, and the goal is to spend, so here you would add a friend. So a friend request is sent. And you just keep going, and you wanna do about 20 a day, 20 to 25 a day. You don't wanna do too many because you wanna keep up on it. As Facebook will let you have so many friend requests. So you would just add them. This is one of my big tricks, because these girls are gonna end up on your page, and you wanna make sure, like I said, every 3 days you have your group posts up there and that you're posting a little bit about your business. You don't have to be spammy, but something showing up on your wall every couple days for sure, right? And these girls are gonna start seeing it. Next thing you know, they're in your group. Next thing you know, they're shopping off of you. I've had girls join my team out of this group. So that's one big tip. So if you spend a little bit of time every day doing 25 ladies a day, all of a sudden you're gonna start seeing notifications at the top that they've accepted your friend request. That sounds simple? Any questions on that? So that's something you can, again, like 10 minutes it'll take you to add a few people. The other thing you can do is you're gonna go into your search bar, and in your area, so in my area, I punch in Spokane events. Oops. My fingers aren't working. So this one's Spokane vendor events. So I would challenge you to jump in your search bar and punch in your town. And a lot of times what you're gonna get is these groups where ladies will go in and they're gonna share what's happening in your town. So if there's a flea market, if there's a farmer's market, if there's a thing going on at the bowling alley, if there's a bridal show going on, you're gonna click in these and they're gonna be sharing, you know, what's going on in the city. And you can get in on them for $20, $25, and you can go there with yourself, or you can add a teammate with you. And I do one of these every month. I got in on it, it's called the Talkin' Shop. And so we go to the bowling alley once a month, and there's about 20 vendors, and we sell our stuff, and people come, it's advertised. And so I've got in on that, and I'm in for good. So I'll stay there as long as I want to stay there. And I think it's $25 a month. So, you know, that's going to say what's going on in your area. Like this one is family fun fair, outdoor, what a great event to be able to get in on, right? So punch in your town, vendor, events, and that will pull up stuff like that. Any questions on that one? Also, if you go to Craigslist and punch in, there's an events calendar also on Craigslist, and that will also bring up different things that are around town, whether it's craft shows, like in the spring, there's a lot of craft shows, home and garden shows. In the fall, they have them, the home and garden shows, and then they also have the tons of Christmas craft shows, and that's where you want to get in on those Christmas ones, because they're looking for gifts for family and friends. So the other place that you can also post your stuff, a lot of girls don't know this, to buy and sell. So Spokane, I'd punch in Spokane, buy and sell. And there'll probably be like 10 of them that will come up in your area. So we're allowed to post in these ones. Again, you can only go no more than 15% off, you know, if you're going to be posting, because if you get caught, then you'll be in trouble. And I don't even, I'll put in $25. This is one of mine right here, and I've gotten 4 sales already in town from this one. And I just showed my bag, what I had in my bag. So you can do the buy and sells in your area. And then there are, you can look up, you want to join groups that are like a mom, you know, moms groups, wedding attire, people that are looking for wedding things. if you join those groups and you can start interacting in them, a lot of the groups will actually let you post your products if they have to do with, so say a woman's getting married and it's a group where they'll say, post whatever you have that would benefit the bride. And so you can actually sell to girls that are looking in there for stuff for their wedding. So wedding, let me just see if I can pull one up here. Like right now it would be, you know, the prom, you're gonna hit up the girls that are going to prom. Weddings are coming up big time. Okay, so this one here is called, and you want to make sure it's in the US, because I've seen some that in, you know, UK and that kind of thing. So this one obviously is UK because you can see the money here on the side. So you wouldn't want to be in that one. But you can see there's a ton of them, right? So you can just kind of go through and find the ones you can join and get in there and start commenting and liking on things. You want to build a bit of a relationship before you just start posting your stuff. Once you've commented a few times, you could say, hey, come check out my group. I think you might like what I have. And then you could put your link with it. Another thing, let me just grab my paper. I don't want to, so I wanted to talk about the giveaways. So you saw Danielle's post probably about we're not allowed to do giveaways where you have to add people and whatever in order to get our products. Here's the thing. Oh, somebody wants to join my group.
Yay!
So what you want to do is,
No,
what?
I got this guy this morning. It's a guy, and his because I checked his post.
I should have done that.
He wanted to join my group too. And on his Facebook,
what was his name now?
Nothing. There's no pictures, there's no posts, there's nothing.
I usually check them. That was dumb of me. Okay, recently. So will it say recently? No, it won't. I'll have to go back and find him after. I think his name started with a D, right?
Duval. Yeah.
Duval.
Yeah.
I always check, but because we're on here, I'm just like, oh, sure, lad. Okay, so
that's another thing, ladies, too, is really when you're going in and accepting member requests and everything.
Check their pages.
Check their page, because there are so many people that are just adding a page, and there's nothing on the person, or you'll see like just a lot of just different weird stuff that's on there, and it's not a real person. That person's searching and scamming.
Same with on your giveaways. Oh my gosh, I have a list now of 4 gals who jump on my giveaways. They'll only jump on a giveaway if there's a free LipSense product. They will not jump on, and they're adding fake people, so it's not something you want to get off. I don't want to talk right now. You don't want these girls that are adding fake people and getting them mad at you. So kind of go check your winners out too before you go doing your drawing, because I found 3 girls that just have pages, like it's not even a real Facebook page. All it is prizes. That's their job is to go around and do these things. But the problem is they're sending, you know, bad people to our pages. So we don't want that. They're adding not real people. So here's the thing, because we can't do the giveaways now with, like, say, a free gloss or a kit, we can do that, but we can't do the add 10 people, da 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 da. And the whole thing is we want to grow our group. So what I was telling the girls yesterday was my new thing is I'm going to still do that, but I'm not going to use any of the LipSense Synergence products. I will always do a giveaway, whether it's a cute little bag or cute socks or something that's not LipSense. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do a big giveaway. I collected a bunch of cool stuff, and it's going to be $100 giveaway because I need to grow my group, and we all need to grow our groups. And the only way to do that is to have people, you know, jumping in and getting added. So I'm going to do a fun giveaway for Mother's Day. And like I said, I've collected stuff at a good deal, but it's worth $100. So I'm going to put a basket together and I'm going to do it. Got nothing to do with Synergence, so I can't get in trouble for that. So that's what we need to start doing, is stay away from the Synergence giveaways and stick to something fun. And remember, it's all a tax write-off. You could do people love Starbucks, people love, a Target card or something like that. And it's a write-off. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do it all the time, but in order to grow your business, we got to grow our groups.
if you're gonna do like a giveaway for a gift card or whatever, I would suggest going to like Dillon's or Kroger. I don't know if you guys have those where you are, but you can get like 4 times the fuel points if you do that. So you're earning money back on those
Oh,
gift.
good idea. Good idea. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll go like online if I find like those cute bags that I showed that one day, like they were $1 each. So I went and bought 30 of them, but they're so cute. And so to keep your customers, if you throw in something small like that and they get something different every time, they're going to come back to you and they're not going to go shop from somebody else, because it's tempting to go somewhere else when you know someone else has different colors. But if you're doing something a little bit special for them, they're going to come back to you because they know they're getting a little, something. Don't have to tell them all the time what it is, but just, oh, here's a little gift. And then they write you and they're like, well, thanks for the extra gift, right? So I go on one of my places that I'll shop from. I'll show you because you might not know this place. How many of you have been on AliExpress? This place, like, it takes time to get it. I'm going to tell you that right now. It could take 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but I'm going to show you. So you can find.
What is that?
It's called AliExpress.
A-L.
I and then express.com.
Okay.
I can post it in our group if you want.
Okay, perfect.
Amazing.
So this place, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put in lips. And some things you can get sweet deals and sometimes you don't. But hang on. Like my little bracelets I got, they're so cute. I got them for 93 cents each. Like,
how cute is that?
These ones are a little bit more. This one here is like $1.40 a piece. So these are coming from China, but it takes a bit of time, but they're adorable. Like, seriously. So you want to scroll through because some of them will show the highest prices at the top, but the more you scroll through, you can find a better deal. So these are great little giveaways if you get a bunch in. Like I ordered a ton of these, but this one here is, they're charging $4.49. I got these exact ones for 98 cents each. So scroll through and find them. Amazing deals. You can get bracelets, you can get cute little earrings. I will tell you this, the shirts are Chinese ladies sizes. I ordered a large and it was, I'm not even kidding, it was so small. See if I can find it real quick. When I don't know what I did with them. It was so tiny. And I was like, and they're really hard to return, obviously, because the shipping is however much just to get it back. So I'll just sell them to somebody else as they're like a small, basically. But tons of cute stuff on here. Like I was buying those cute little keychains at Walmart for $3.90 something at first, and I found the pink cute ones on here for $1 each.
So a lot of times when you're looking through, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, a lot of times when you're looking through this, look at it. You might see a price that's more, but it's in a lot.
Right, check that too.
So, like if it says it's $5 and there's 10 pieces in it.
Yeah.
So, really check to see if it's per piece or per lot.
And so you can, on the top here, when you're shopping, you can punch in price, like here. You can click on price and change it to what, the lowest to the highest. So there's tons of, you have fun in here. I'll post the link. You girls are going to have fun. I found cute little shoes in here, and I bought a few shirts off of here. And just remember the shirts are small. What the heck is on my screen? That's weird. Did you see it? It was like this weird, I don't know, it was weird. So that's AliExpress. Amazing. For stuff that you could send out with your packages. I bought my makeup brushes actually on there, a makeup brush set for really cheap, and it was a really expensive set that you would normally pay like $40-some, and I paid $14, and it was really nice. So that's one place you can shop. So we talked about the giveaways. We talked about, okay, so another thing is Facebook parties. If you can don't be afraid to ask your friends. Say, hey, I'm just getting started. Would you mind helping me out by hosting a Facebook party? Because those Facebook parties will turn into, you're going to have customers, you're going to end up with girls joining your team because they're coming from another place. And so like the one weekend I made the $1,500 in sales, I had 2 Facebook parties going and I had an in-home party. My 2 online parties did like 500 and something each. So they're worth doing. And so I'll offer, if you can hit $150, you're going to get a free color. That's just what I do. Some people do 300. I think that's a lot to ask, for something in return. Then they're not going to get nothing if they have a $300 party. They're going to get just a discount. So I'm willing to, out of my pocket, to get those connections and get those girls in my group, give a free color. It's $12.50 for me, right? So it's worth it. So try asking your friends. Don't be shy. Don't be a chicken. Ask them, would you mind helping me? I'm just getting started in my business. Would you host a Facebook party for me? And see what happens. And then, yeah,
the next time that you do a Facebook party,
yeah.
Is there a way that you can invite us to watch, to see what it is that you're doing?
Yeah, I can even, because Meg, who joined us, she was a LuLaRoe gal. She was she wanted to host a party, and we turned her party into, she signed up right afterwards. So I can even put you in there. You could scroll back and see what I kind of did. It was a 3-day open deal. And really a lot like what Beth does. Are you girls in Beth's mock party? Are you all in her mock party group? I'll show you.
Yes, I am, Tracy.
Okay, yeah. So her mock party, when you see her stuff, that's pretty much what I do. I'll do the video, a demo video, how to apply LipSense, how to take LipSense off, how to do Shadow Sense. And if you don't want to do it yourself, hey, you go to YouTube. You find a demo that you like that's short and sweet. You don't want it to be too long, or they're not going to want to watch it. So YouTube is full of, all that good stuff. That's the one thing I wanted to show you, because some girls don't know. They're like, how do I get those videos? Well, here's how. You go to YouTube, you punch in LipSense demo. This is if you want to get one where they're showing you how to. This one right here on the top is a super popular video. If you want to boom and show people, this is one you could share. There's tons in here. So just kind of have a peek and pick one that's a bit shorter, that's straight to the point, and you can post those in the group.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to mute.
I think I can mute you. Let me see. There. Okay, so so that's the Facebook party thing. If you get one booked and you need me to come and help you actually run it with you, to show you what to do, I'm willing to do that too. So just tell me when and we'll get it going for you. I think they mostly do better when you host them on a weekend, from a Friday, Saturday, and close it out Sunday night. So far, that's been kind of the best way.
Tracy, I've got one that's around the 1st,
okay.
So I'll probably need your help. That'll be my first party that I was able to get.
Yeah, let me just write that down.
Okay.
So around the 1st.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how many days she wants to do it, but it's a friend of mine, so, and I'm really excited to get her started with this.
Perfect, awesome. So, and then same with getting it on people's faces. So if you have gals that are local to you, even if you say to them, you come over and let me do a full, skincare to whatever you have, obviously, skincare to a makeup on you, I'll give you a free gloss. And I've done that. I had a mother-daughter come over. They came with their faces clean, and I literally did a demo. I said, here's this, 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 and they put it on, and they were in shock at how light everything felt on their skin, how the Shadow Sense worked as concealers under their eyes. They were just blown away. It was a mother and daughter. The daughter was 16, and she was like they left, and they wanted everything that they had put on. So now they're going to host a party in their home, and they want to get as much of the stuff as they can. So offering a little freebie to get them in to do a demo on them, to say, hey, I need your help. I'm just getting started, and I'm learning how to put all this on people's faces. Would you mind coming over and being my little demo person? And I'll give you a free gloss. They're going to end up, when you show them all this stuff, they're going to be your customer. So they're thinking they're doing you a favor, but really, in the end, you're going to have a great customer buying more stuff, right? It's just a way to get it on them. Okay.
Have you ever sent someone like that's out of state or whatever that wanted to try it, an entire full LipSense?
I haven't yet, but I know I saw Beverly and them sending whole skincare packages, and so now I'm going to start doing, like, if somebody wants to try, I mean, yeah, it's going to cost me $350, but it might be worth it in the end that they try it out and then they're going to want it. Like, give them even a couple colors to just tell them, use it on their hand as a tester, right? Send them the testers. They can
Mhm.
try it on their hand, or if they want to try it on their lips, you better give them, that's the big thing, giving them the instructions to make sure their lips are clean with witch hazel. So if you want to send all the kit with them to them, you know, they could have it. So it's up to you. I mean, I've sold so much all over, and I've only had one return out of like thousands and thousands of dollars of people buying. I had Meg actually traded me one when she first got started. We traded one because she didn't like the color, and I returned that one. So out of all of that, you know, as long as you're showing them enough pictures, it usually works out pretty good too. If that makes sense.
The returns go pretty well with the company.
They're not fast. They take a long time. I've had one return in for 2 months and I haven't seen it yet. So most of the girls will say they just keep it as a demo and use it for like a tester is what they do. Knowing how long it's taken for me to get my one back now, I probably would have kept it as a demo or whatever, you know, or for myself. Okay, so another tip I share with girls is I'm creative with the flyers and all that. So I told the last ladies, I'm going to make a flyer that has the little pull tabs on the bottom. And so I don't know about you guys, but like Yolks here at our store here, the grocery store, they have a bulletin board where you can put stuff up. So until I get the flyer going, you can tack up, bring a tack with you, because a lot of times there's no tacks. Bring a couple tacks with you, go out on the town when you're out. You can tack up 5 business cards. You can go to the laundromats, tack up, you know, business cards. I went, my last company, and I'd put up the opportunity in the laundromats because those people that are at a laundromat usually need some income, some extra income. So the colleges, I would go around to the college and they'd have a bulletin board where you could put stuff, and I'd put them on the bulletin board at the college. Just kind of getting creative in the way that you're putting stuff out there. My car decal on my car, I have the little business card thing underneath of it and all my business cards in there so people can just walk up and take business cards. Gerald came out one day and a lady was taking a picture of my back window. So it works. It's $30 to put a decal on your car. And I've been called when I had my one company, I got called on the highway twice. Hey, do you have any product on you? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, could you pull over? So I'd pull over in the next, you know, little town part, and we'd meet up and I'd sell stuff out of my trunk of my car. So it works. When I was in Reading, I'd get calls all the time too. I just saw this car. So was it you? And I'm like, no, that was my husband. But, you know, I do have the product, and then we'd meet up and I'd sell it. So it's up to you. If you want to put something like that on your car, or if you want to even just put the little box on there, people get interested and be wondering what it is, and they'll pull something out of it. And then go ahead.
Do you have any issues with like insurance companies if you were to get in a wreck about that?
I don't know all the hubbub of it all. I've never looked into it. In all the companies I've been in, I've always had a decal. Gerald has a decal on his car for construction too. I don't know the ins and outs. So the more I don't know, the better for me at the moment, I guess. But I've never heard a whole lot about it, unless somebody else knows. So be a product. You want to walk around in some shirts. Like I got this cute shirt, and on the back it has Senegence. So
Where'd you get that?
This one I got.
Is that the one that what's her name was wearing in that video?
Yep. Yeah.
I was going to ask you where you got that, Tracy, because I thought it was so cute.
So I'll find the link and I'll post it. Let me just make a note real quick. Post t-shirts. She just came up with a whole bunch more stuff. She's approved by the company. They're really, really good. They do fit larger, I'm going to tell you right now. So I had to send my first 2 shirts back. I also found this from a gal. I wear this to my shows. Super cute. I got this off the what's that one group? Swag? The Swag one?
Lip Boss Swag.
Yeah, so I wear this to my events. It's really cute. It's just, you know, you got your pockets in it and it stands out. I also went on eBay. I mean, I'm a walking billboard. This is my purse. It's bright. My husband's like, you're crazy, but I'm like, it's cute. You know, and then I pull out my lip case to put my lip sense on. So everything I do, you know, it's lip sense. I got my little glass holder, you know, just like
I got the Lucy bag, and I absolutely love my Lucy bag. It fits everything because I'm a techie. I carry cords and phones and chargers and all kinds of stuff, and I absolutely love it.
I just got added to a group where a lady makes them all. So if anybody wants to be put in there, I can add you in there to that too.
Yes, I would love it, Tracy.
Okay. So Renee. It just happened this morning. So I was like browsing through, and she has like crossbody ones, she has short ones, big ones. And then I got this cup. People were asking me where I got it. This cup I got at Walmart. It says good vibes only. And then I bought the actual Lip Boss, can you see that? The Lip Boss cute decal. Because by the time you buy these off of those gals on like the swag groups and you pay the shipping, it's ridiculous. So I was like, you know what? I messaged her and I said, would you just sell me the decals? Because I do have a Cricut, but I have no idea where to get all these cute, fancy, glitter stuff. And so, and honestly, I don't really have time. I'm so swamped and busy. So I'm like, how much for the decals? She sold them to me $3 each. So I paid $9 for the cup, $3 for my sticker, $13. I would have paid at least $30 from those girls because they're charging $7, $8 just in shipping, plus however much for the cup. So that's my just get a little creative in that area. Okay, next, the other thing you can look into if there's any local networking groups in your town, because if you can get in on one of those, usually what they are is they're either they get together in the morning or they get together at night once a month, and they're just all different businesses, and you get together and you get to stand up. Everybody gets a day where they get to stand up and tell about their company, and usually new people come in and they'll bring people in. It's like a 5 minutes little talk, but really it's just networking and meeting other people, and guess what? You're selling to those people too, right? So look up networking groups in your area. There usually is a few, and if there isn't, guess what? You can start one. Find a time that works and you can start one. They're really, really fun. So we used to meet up in Reading at a pizza place. We'd sit around the thing and have lunch, and everybody would have their little talk, and then we'd get up and we'd share business cards. Everybody would give everybody 5 or 6 cards. And then when they met somebody that was looking for something that you had, they'd give out your card. So it was just a way everybody shared and helped each other. Any questions while I'm looking? Okay, so if you haven't started reading Joni's book, you don't have a lot of time. If you can at least get through the first 70 pages of her book, her life story, you will not think about quitting. You will not think about giving up, because her life story of what she went through, you're going to have this moment where like, I know I'm here for a reason, and I know God brought me here, because the things she went through and the way she wants to help all of us, like when you see people's checks, you know that this woman is investing back into us. I've been in so many companies where only a small couple people at the top would make a lot of money, and everybody else just made barely enough to get by. That's not Joni's company. That's not her vision. Her vision is to help as many people as she can. And that's why you see so many people making what they're making, like $20,000 a month. That's not normal in a 6-month time frame. And really with not a huge team. If you look at Danielle's team, she signed up 35 ladies, and her team is 500 right now. Her check was $19,000 last month. That's not even this month.
It's insane. Being in other companies, I have been just blown away with the money that's being made in this company.
Yeah, and it's not a little tiny few people making money. It's a lot of people making a lot of, like Gemma and I got our checks and we were just like shocked, because we've been in a lot of different companies, like I said, and you worked so hard and you built these big groups of, you had teams, like good sized teams, and you were getting nothing. You were getting like $600 or $500, and you're like, when am I going to get to that next level where it's going to be a little bit different? And so for me, when I got my check, this last one, I honestly thought it was going to be like $1,000, which would have been, I was happy to have $1,000 in my team's commissions, right? I make more with my retail, but I opened my check and I just started crying, because I was like, my husband was sitting there, he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, because it's like, I've been in so many companies where they didn't care about us. And I opened my check and I'm like, they care about us. Like, we have not even a big team. We have a pretty small team. And so for me to get that kind of a check, my check was $1,855. To me, like, I was just blown away, and then you add on your retail sales. I've been bringing in, $1,500 in my pocket retail on top of it. So yeah, I was blown away, and it got me excited. And Gemma, she was like, I called her. I'm like, you're not going to believe this. And she's like, I was crying, and I'm like, I'm crying. And she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And then she hadn't checked her back office, and she's like, oh my gosh, hang on. And so she clicks into hers, and she's like, because hers was more than what she thought. Hers was 2,200. And she was just like, so we were crying on the phone because we're like, we said, this is for us, but this is for our girls. Like, this is going to happen for everybody because it's not like the other companies. It's amazing. So we've just been, we're like, we got to push through this hard time, and it's going to get amazing for everybody. Seriously, it's amazing. So hang in there is what I'm saying. Like, so invest in yourself. Like I said, if you can read Joni's, get into that and read that. This book here I've been reading, I don't know if you guys know who Lisa Bevere. Anybody know who Lisa Bevere is? Christian lady. She does a lot of talks all over, like you'll see her all over YouTube. But this book is called Embrace Your Identity and Purpose in an Age of Confusion and Comparison. So a lot of times in business, we can compare ourselves to others, and we get caught up in that, and we go, no, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be like that. And all that talking yourself down can hold you back, right? So this book has been full of good stuff, and I just get in here when I can and read a little bit, and it just shows me, like, we have to believe in who we are, and we are completely different than the next person. Like, Gemma and I are completely different. If you know us, she's like the most organized person. She has her calendar, and it's like, I'm going to do a video on Wednesday at such and such a time, and I'm like, I got an idea, I'm going live. Like, so we're complete opposites, but we work well together. Just like in our team, everybody has a different gift and a different talent. And so we want everyone to bring that to the table. Like, I mean, certain people have different, like, oh, I'm good at this and I'm good at that. Well, start posting in our group. We want everybody to get involved and share ideas and share tips. And if you don't know stuff and you want to learn, go to YouTube. I'm going to show you right here, YouTube. I tell the girls all the time, spend 20 minutes on YouTube. Look at this, business, Punch Intelligence Business. You want to learn from gals who are successful, you go through here. I'm not even kidding. There's so many good videos in here. And it'll look and it'll say, what did I signed up? What do I do next? Some of those are hard to send to people because it talks about the 90-day fast starts, and that'll get them discouraged. So you don't want to send them those ones. So make sure you've kind of watched it. Compensation plan. It's hard to explain in person to somebody, but you watch these videos like this one here, compensation, when they show the visual, it will get in your head and you're like, oh my gosh, that's how we make money. So just scroll through. I mean, there's so many different videos to watch. The other thing I'll do is I'll put in like girls that are in Plexus. I'm not even kidding, because you can learn so much from all these top leaders. One day I watched a gal. Okay, stop. I watched this gal. I don't remember who she was, but she had 6 kids. She was at the top of the company, and she had 6 kids, and they had her on like this, talking with all these girls, like got on to watch her, and she was just sharing all her tips. And I was like, if a lady with 6 kids, homeschooling, living in a motorhome could make it to the top of the company, we can do the same thing. Like, we just have to take those little tips and put them into action, right? So go and learn from other girls too. I mean, Plexus business building tips. I mean, I go and I just learn from whoever is doing it, and they're making some money. You want to learn from the top people. And Lisa's group, if you are in her video training group, you have to be in there and watching videos. Crazy, crazy, amazing. If she doesn't inspire you every day, she's hilarious. Okay. The other part was turn your customers into business partners. So how do you do that? Well, if they keep coming back to buy more product, you need to explain to them, you could be saving money by buying your products from 20 to 50% off. That's how a lot of girls jumped on board here. And then they'll say to you, I'm only gonna, buy for myself. But then you get them into a couple groups. They start seeing how exciting things are. And next thing you know, guess what? Okay, I think I'm gonna sell a couple kits. Then they sell a couple kits, and then they're like, well, maybe I should build a team. What do you think I should do? And then it just keeps going. Like, so they might want to start out as just a customer, and that's okay. You support them in that, and you know that it could change. Wearing your stripes. How many people are wearing their stripes when you can? I know some people, can't because, they have jobs they can't wear them, but definitely if you can wear them, you're going to the bank, throw them on right before you go to the bank, because they're going to go, hey, did you pick your color out? When I go to Walmart all the time, they're like, oh, did you find your color? I'm like, yeah, I sell this. Have you ever seen LipSense? And I'll show them. It doesn't come up. And they're like, what? And then the next thing you know, I'm handing my business card. So it works, you know. And now the cool thing with the new Visa that we're going to get, the card, it says Senegence on there. They're going to be like, what's Senegence? It's going to be another topic starter. Like when I had my Javita card, they'd be like, what's Javita? Oh, it's a weight loss coffee. And next thing you know, I'd be telling them, you know. So it's going to be a great conversation piece for us. Posting in your group daily. So I always encourage girls to post 4 times a day, at least. Morning, you know, around lunch, in between lunch, and then supper time. Because most people get off work and where do they go first? They go to their phone. Oh, what's going on Facebook? You know, right before bed. Oh, what's going on Facebook? Get up in the morning. Oh, I'm good before I get in the shower. What's going on Facebook? We all do it. So think about those times, and you know that that's when people are going to be checking Facebook. So you want to put uplifting quotes. You don't want to be spammy and have your whole page full of business. People are going to go, I'm getting out of here. You want to make it homey so that they feel like they know who you are. So you're going to do inspirational quotes. You're going to do stuff about your life. What are you doing in your life? What's exciting? What's important to you? You know, me, I do lots of stuff with my family. So Tanner's in there. So what is it for you? Is it like Sarah? I love it. Your cats. She's got her crazy cats. So she shares her cats. You know, what is it for you that, you know, is your life? People want to see what that is because they're going to buy from you when they get to know you. Why did you come to me and buy off me? Because you knew who I was. You trusted me, right? Yeah, there's Sarah's. So that's what you want to be doing. Let me just stop the screen share real quick. Hey, Kathy's on here. Okay, so the last thing I wanted you to do is to have your pen and paper quick here. I have this goal sheet. I can send it to you if you want. I can put it in our group. You can print it off and write in here, or you can just write these down as I'm going through them. And this is going to be an accountability deal. So I'm going to check in with you. You're going to share your goals with me. You don't have to post them in our group or anything, but share them with me so that you're held accountable to somebody. Because when you're not, if you don't tell somebody your goals, what's going to happen? Like if I didn't tell my husband, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds, you know, can you help me out? And if I just told myself, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, what am I going to do? I'm like, I'm going to sabotage. I'm going to go eat whatever I want. But if my husband knows I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, he'll be like, what are you putting in your mouth? Right? So that's what this goal setting is going to be about, holding you accountable to what your goals are. I'm not going to come to you and say, oh, Sarah, you didn't do what you said you were going to do last week. I'm not going to, you know, nitpick you, but I'm definitely going to say, well, what can you do next week to accomplish it, right? So we're going to help each other out that way. Okay, so goal setting. The first question I want you to write down is, when I feel like giving up, I will tell myself what? So when I feel like giving up, I will tell myself, what am I going to tell myself? I know what it is for me. For me, I know that I need to make enough money so that my husband can quit what he's doing, construction. He has a horrible back. He's had surgery and he's just in pain all the time. So I tell myself, Tracy, you cannot give up because, you know, your why was to make enough money where your husband can quit his job and he doesn't have to do what he's doing all the time. So that's it's almost like a why, really. Like, why did you start? What was your big, some of us, it's just like, oh, I just started. It changes as you go along. Some of us in the beginning, it's like, I just need to make a little extra money, you know, just a little bit to go on a holiday maybe, or to put in my savings. But then there usually is an underlying bigger why as to what you're doing. Some of you, it's like, I need to get out of the job I'm doing. I'm sick of doing this job and I want to just be at home with my kids and my family and just travel or whatever. So it's different for everybody. So I want you to think about that, write it down, and you can share that with me. Once you get your goals set, you can share that with me, okay? So the first one is setting up goals. So you're going to have weekly goals. So what are those going to look like? You're going to have monthly goals. You're going to have a 6-month goal, and you're going to have a year goal. So an example of your weekly goals would be, so how many kits do I want to sell in a week? How many LipSense kits or how many products do I want to sell in a week? What's my goal? So in order to sell those kits, you're going to think about, well, how many people do I need to talk to during that week? Right? Like, do I need to talk to, obviously, if I'm not selling enough kits and I'm only talking to 5 people, maybe I need to talk to 15 people, right? So wherever there's an opportunity, you could be at the bank, you can be at the grocery store in line. There's always a way to start a conversation. Hey, I like your necklace that you're wearing. Where'd you get it? You know, oh, your shirt's really cute. There's just ways to start conversations. Next thing you know, you're chit-chatting while you're in line. Next thing you know, you're giving her your business card, right? So the other one could be a small, your weekly goal. Maybe you want to go out to a dance studio. Maybe you want to go out to a salon. Maybe you want to go out somewhere and talk to somebody about the opportunity of them having the product in their store. You put that on your goals. So then a monthly goal would be, so by the end of the month, I want to be able to hit maiden. If you haven't hit maiden yet, that would be a goal. So by the end of this month, I hope I can hit maiden. What do I have to do in order to hit maiden? I need to bring in 3 ladies or more and make sure that they have a $300 order, right? That's going to get you to maiden. So that would be written down. Okay, so here I have 1 girl so far. I need 2 more girls to sign up. What do I need to bring some more girls on? Maybe you have a bunch of customers. You need to go out and talk to a couple of them and say, hey, what about the opportunity? You could save 20 to 50% off. Get into some conversations with some girls, and next thing you know, they're going to jump in as your teammate. For another monthly goal, it could be, so how much product altogether do I want to sell in a month to be able to put money in my pocket? So how much do you each want to see coming back into your pocket? Yeah, we want to invest in our business more, but at certain points to say, I need to put a little bit away every month, back into my credit card or whatever. So think about what that amount would look like. So here's the thing with this setting goals paper. I want you to actually print 2 off. So one is going to be for business. One is going to be for your family, because I really believe family is important. So you're going to have one that's going to be all about goals, setting goals for spending time with your family, maybe things you need to do with your husband. That's going to be another thing you're going to put. So you're going to prioritize. It's going to be my priorities 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to put them in order. Okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to put God at the top? Then my husband, put your kids in there. What are you going to do with your kids? So that's going to be your second one, your family. Very important. So for 6 months, a goal could be, what rank do I want to be in 6 months? How much money do I want to be making in 6 months? Am I going to be doing a couple of team trainings because I'm going to have a team in 6 months? Things like that. So think about your 6-month goals. Then your 1-year goals. For me, by the end of this year, I'm hoping I'm driving a SeneGence car for free. Anybody else? Yeah, we could all use a free car, right? And I'm going to get a truck because my husband, since we got married, he had a really nice brand new truck when we got married. And of course, what happens? We have children. Then what? We can't fit in the truck as a family, so we went to a minivan, the poor guy, minivan. So now I'm like, he's been wanting a truck for forever. I'm willing to do a SeneGence truck. So it has to be factory blue, but we can have a truck. So that's my goal. By the end of the year, to be driving a SeneGence truck. What's the vehicle you girls want to be driving? Got any ideas?
Oh, I guess that probably would be one of the things that you'd put in your goal,
Yeah.
so that you can put that picture up. And,
Yeah.
I know that my husband had said, well, why do you have to have a blue car? I said, well, it's the color of SeneGence. And I said, what does it matter? It's free.
Exactly. Luckily, my husband likes blue, so that was a good thing. Blue works. Blue works well. Yeah, exactly. If it's being paid for up to $500 worth, that's a lot of money for a car. I'm super excited about that. That's definitely one of my long-term, goals, which I can actually see it happening sooner because, man, have you been watching Lisa's daughter, Cassie?
Mm-mm.
You got to go watch her. She just got started. Like she blew her mom off for however many years, right? And then finally she's like, well, maybe I should try to. She was working for her mom, doing all the mailing and, packaging and shipping it all out. She was like doing all this stuff for her. And then finally one day she was like, I'm not going to be stubborn anymore. She's a lot like her mom, like very, very in her way. And so she was like, oh, I think I'm going to run with this. And so she's literally run with it she's only been in, I think, since February, and she's blowing it up. Like she's doing videos nonstop, and she's doing exactly what her mom does. And that's what I say. Like, I follow what Lisa does. Like, when I get on there with a naked face at night before bed, my husband's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, give me 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. And he's like, you're in your pajamas. I'm like, just give me 5 minutes. And, I'll go live, no makeup, just got out of the shower. And I'm like putting the skincare on. But I'll tell you, I'll go upstairs. I'm like, I just sold 2 Nangai oils and a anti-wrinkle cream. He's like, what? I'm like, 5 minutes. I did a 5-minute video, naked face, showed how the products work, talked about the products. So what Lisa's doing, if we can do that, it's working. So I'm like, I'm going to be like her. I'm going to do what she's doing because it's working. Getting out of our comfort zone and pushing past our fears of what other people are going to think is really key because, when we hit that play button, we're going live. Like, I'm not kidding. In the beginning, I used to be like, my finger would be shaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go live. I'm going live. Like, oh, I don't think. Wait a minute, do I look okay? Like, you know. And then finally you hit it, and it's like that's why you get those funny faces at the beginning. Sometimes you're like, and it keeps that face is because that's how you feel right before you go live. You're like, you know, and it shows that. And I just laugh every time. I'm like, it caught my moment, obviously, but it's gotten easier. Like even when I would first shoot a video of myself, I know you girls probably understand, like even shooting that video was like nerve wracking. Like, and it wasn't even live. Like it was like, oh my gosh, did I sound okay? And I watch it back. I'm like, oh, I can't even watch them back anymore. I'm like, just, that's the good thing with live. It's live. Like you're not going to go delete it. You're not going to take it out. Like it's going, it's live and people are seeing it. And
that's what I started doing because I was first recording videos and then I'd watch it and I was like, oh no, I'm not posting that. And so I just do it live because then I can't, I mean, like the other night I was like trying to think of something and I was like, oh, well, I can't think of it, but this is a live video. So you're hearing me think. So
no, and people buy from people when they can see who you really are and you're vulnerable and you're sharing your stories. And you're just being yourself. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see some fake person, you know, putting up a fake facade and trying to be something that you're not. They're not going to buy from that. They're not going to buy into it. So just step past and be yourself. And I think, you know, the other thing I was going to finish with is I want you to think big. Like, hang on, something's on my screen and it's bothering me. It's right on my face. I want you to think big when you're setting your goals because some people tend to set these little itty bitty goals because they're afraid, like, I'm not going to be able to reach that. But I want you to kind of stretch it out a little bit. Don't get to the point where it's unrealistic, but I still want you to push it a little up there. And I want you to trust that God, He brought you here for a purpose and for a reason. When I got started, I told Gemma my first month in January, so I'm like, I'm telling you what my goal is. I'm believing that God's going to bring 30 ladies in the next 2 months. And she looked at me like, you're crazy. And I said, I know I can't do it. I said, but I know that God can do it. And I'm not even kidding you. Like, I wake up in the mornings and I'll have 2 messages from people I don't even know. And they're like, I want to join your team. So think bigger. And if God brought you here, then think bigger because He can do it. He can. I just laugh. Like Gerald's like, you just sign up another person. I'm like, I just laugh because it's like, it's God. Like he's doing something. He's doing something bigger. And He's going to do that for you girls too. He brought you here. So whatever He kind of puts in there in you, believe it. Believe that it's going to happen. Like if He tells you a big number, don't like laugh it off. Believe that that number is the number He's given you. Like, so Gemma's like, well, you hit 33 gals that you brought in. Now what? I said, well, I'm going for 50 now. Like 50 girls are going to come join our team. And when I pray at night before bed, I pray that God brings the right ladies that need this opportunity to change their lives, that He brings women that we can be friends. We all can be friends and we can pray for each other. Like that is what it's all about. You can be in a company that's all about run for the money. No, that's not my heart. My heart, I always tell God, it's not about the money. It's about the friendships, and we can all grow together and we can be successful together. So that's my prayer at night. So dream big. Patricia King has a book that's called Just That, Dream Big. Holy cow, that book is hilarious. She needed, I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Have you ever heard of her, Patricia King? Write her down. Seriously, if you can read her Dream Big book, they were believing they needed new furniture. And so it was on their heart, this family needed furniture. So they were like, Lord, you're telling us to give our furniture away. So they gave their furniture away to this family. They had no furniture for however long. And He's like, I want you to believe in me for new furniture. So she literally took pieces of pictures out of catalogs of the furniture she wanted, and she laid it on her floor in her living room. And she just kept believing and praying, Lord, you know, you're going to bring it. And sure enough, they got all this furniture. You got to read her story. And it was like a total God thing. They gave up their car one time. They were like, the Lord's like, you need to give your car to this person. They did that, and they got another car that was even better. So He can do big things. That's my message. God is bigger. Don't think small. So when you're setting your goals, pray about them. See what God puts on your heart too. Because I believe He'll be like, you know, Sarah, you're gonna have a team of this many. And you're gonna be like, yeah, right. Right? Because our brain tells us, yeah, right. But no, you have to be like, okay, Lord, do the work. Show me what I need to do.
I know I've told you, I don't know if these girls know, but like I lost my job, you know, and it was a job at a church that I worked at for 8 years, and I never expected it to happen. And Synergence just came in And I was like, okay, is this where you're wanting me to be? You know, and I've applied so many jobs and I haven't heard from one of them. And that's just weird. Like, it is strange. I haven't heard from anything. And so today I was just praying, God, is this, because I told him, I said, just show me clearly what you want. Slam the door in my face if you don't want it, so it's obvious. And everything has just been nothing, crickets everywhere. And so it's terrifying because I have 1 month left of pay, but I'm trying to rock it.
Trusting, yeah. Anybody else got a story like that?
I do. I lost my job just before Christmas. I was a contractor for a tech company, and I was grateful because they gave me a month's notice that they weren't going to renew me, because this company has been known to have people just walk in and say, oh, that's your last day. I got a month's notice. So that told me that, number one, I was a good employee, and they respected me enough to give me that. But I haven't heard anything. I got a call yesterday from a recruiter who's looking at trying to put me in a contract job, which is great. And I will take it if if that's where I need to go. But honestly, it has been so wonderful to be able to be home with my children. My children have needed me the last 2 years because I have been MIA and I raised them. I stayed home 17 years with them while my husband was active duty. My husband hasn't worked since he retired in 2011. We were really struggling, and he got a job guiding. We've decided that since the Lord found that he can't find something for him because my husband has PTSD really badly, we've decided he threw an opportunity. My husband guides for hunters now. That's his passion, and we've decided that we're going to make a job for him, and he's going to train tracking dogs. And we got 2 dogs yesterday that honestly, it's kind of a long story, but these dogs I found were highly abused. And these animals, the female ran off on us as soon as we got her out of the car, and the male they're skittish. And we thought, wow, this was his job is animals. How dare he? They were muddy and awful. Well, today I got kind of a small blessing from the female because she wouldn't come anywhere near me. And today we were outside. In fact, I'll post a picture of them here shortly. But she came up to me and just gave me that look like, thank you for saving me, and it was a complete stranger that transported these dogs to us. And, this is my husband's dream to start this. And I really have been praying hard, but the good Lord has kept me here with Senegence. Tracy, you and I talked the other day. I was freaking out because I sold a kit and, I didn't get the colors. I just did one, but I'm still here. And, when I was with Unique, I was ready to give up after the first month. There was nobody who was interested. Yeah. The good Lord sends me a sale here and there, and he's keeping me here, and I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay, and I'm going to work this, So I know exactly how you feel, Sarah, because it's been rough.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Anybody else? Kathy, you guys are on mute. You and Karen are on mute. Can you talk? Or can you just hear us maybe? Well, this has been really good. Hopefully you took away some good tips. Some of them you might have known, but some of them you might not have. I just wanted to kind of focus in, not on the out of stock stuff, obviously we all know about it, but focus on how to grow our groups and really get that kind of going, and try to get some Facebook parties going and some in-home demos kind of deal. So hopefully you took some things, and I'll post the, what were we talking about, the AliExpress link, and I'll get ready into that Lucy bags, and then I'll post about where I got my shirts. I actually got a cute bag too from there. Same company, I got this cute bag. For when I go do shows, I can put everything in this bag.
That's cool.
So I'll post that link for you. And then any more questions before we jump off? Hope you guys have a good day.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Karen.
Okay. Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I love
How to
seeing your
this
pictures.
whole Zoom thing.
Yeah, I love seeing your pictures with all you ladies trying on the lip sense.
Oh, thank you. I have a lady, a potential distributor who has a question about how much do we, like, what is the amount you have to make that you make before you have to report it to the IRS or tax people, whatever?
Anybody know?
$600.
What is it?
600. If you make, it's no matter if you're in a company or not. If you make $600 or more per year, you have to be. It has to be reported.
Oh, okay.
And it's different. Like it depends on what's.
Will that conflict if you're getting Social Security?
Yeah, they usually will tell you how much you can only bring in before they start taking off of your check. Usually. Not everybody know that. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Tracy.
Nice to see your face.
This is like a huge step for me. I'm like, I don't want to go.
No,
Let them see me.
no, it's awesome. Such a blessing. Did you learn a lot today, I hope?
I did. It was awesome, and you made me cry. It was very inspirational. Thank you.
Good. Awesome. Well, that's what it's all about, connecting. And it's nice to see all these faces on here connecting, and everybody can kind of chit chat with each other. And like I said in the beginning, if you got prayer requests, that's what it's about. Put it in our group and we can all pray for each other. Because that's more, there's power in prayer, you know?
Amen.
Hey, I do have one question.
Yeah.
I know they don't have the fast start anymore right now, but do they still have the first 3 months that you get if you do 300 PV?
They don't have any of it.
Wow.
We're hoping maybe once they get up and running again, maybe they will give the new people that didn't get that opportunity maybe a chance to do that. We don't know for sure, but I could see why they changed it, just because it was like, how to keep up with everything. It was just so hard.
Yeah.
So now I just tell girls, well, we have some team incentives going on. You know, if you reach certain things, there's some different team incentives. We're trying our best on our part to make it kind of fun, you know, as best as we can. It's not the same, obviously, as the whole the 90 days. Some of you are still in your 90 days. I know, Kathy, you're in your 90 days. Sarah, are you still in yours?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you're in your 90 days, make sure you take advantage of those $600 orders for 300, because that's a real good way to build up your stock.
It doesn't work. You have to, I think it's not going half off until you get 750.
In your 90 days? If you signed up before February 18th, it's supposed to. So if it's not, you need to call.
I didn't.
You didn't sign up before the 18th?
March.
So yeah. Oh, March. You were in March. You're not in on the 90 days. Sorry. I think Kathy's in on the 90 days. When did you sign up? Do you remember? Yeah.
No, but you checked it, and I was.
Yeah, you're in the 90 days. So
Yeah.
if you are, then take advantage of that. If not, I'm sorry. Yeah. I know. Honestly, like, I've been selling so much that I've been doing 750 and more. It's just been happening. So it's different for everybody. Obviously, my group has grown really fast. So if you can try to do some of those giveaway things to get your group a little bigger, that will help also. So.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
Huh.
I've been using the bronzing tanner stuff.
Yep.
And I have on my arms, because I've laid in the sun for so many years, I've started to get white spots on my arms. And so my arms would tan, but the white spots would get whiter. So now that I'm using the bronzing tanner, the white spots, you can't see them.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So,
really cool. Yeah, I have that on my hands too. Some of those, it's like an age or a sunspot, right? Is that what it kind of is?
yeah, but I have like a lot of them on my arms, and so I had to stay out of the sun so that, you know, I wouldn't get that
Right.
the blotching on my skin. So, but now it's like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I use it every couple days. I like that, to have that little bit of a kiss of the sun. I use it every couple days. Anybody else got a product testimony? I'm loving all of it. I'm telling you, I love it all. Like, I am.
The Nangai oil is fabulous for sunburns. My husband went fishing and he burned so bad on his ear that it bled. I put a little bit of the Nangai oil on his neck and around and on that ear. The next day it was gone.
Wow.
Gone.
Love it.
Yep.
I did that with the climate control on Tanner because we were in Santa Barbara and we didn't realize how hot it was. It didn't seem hot. So we put lotion on his face and wasn't even thinking about his back. We got to the hotel that night and it was so burnt. So I took the climate control and I sprayed it all on there, and by morning it looked way better. So I was like, thank you. Yeah, no, so it's good. Loving it all, loving it all. And then
I
is good.
I haven't even been using the cleanser or anything yet. I've just been using the climate control and the tinted moisturizer, and my face already feels like, I feel like it's brighter. And somebody was calling. I feel like my skin is brighter and like less, I don't know, like less blackheads and things,
Mhm.
which I figured, the cleanser would help that, but I just feel like it's clear.
Nice, nice. So share, those are the things you got to share with people. When you jump on a video, you can be like, Renee, you can talk about how the Nangai oil helped with his sunburn. I mean, things that happen in your life that are working, to share those stories. It's hard. I was like, I should have took a before picture of Tanner's back, but I wasn't thinking, like, oh man, it would have been a perfect picture. And then 1 a.m. would have been perfect. But you can Google, Nangai oil before and after stuff, and you can find that on Google too, and you can use that. Same with the climate control. If you want to learn about products, jump on YouTube and just punch in Nangai oil Senegence. There's videos that will come up and you can just watch them, and you'll be a pro. By the time you're done watching a couple, you'll take a few notes so that you have them. I think when you write things down, it stays in your mind more. So just pick some products and start learning about them. And then you'll feel more comfortable talking about them on your videos. You're not, like the other night, I was like, I wanted to just read like everything in the book because there's so much good information, but it's going to bore everybody. But if you can kind of naturally just give a few little tips here and there, then it flows more better that way.
I did that training that you posted about with that lady.
Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it was okay. There were times where she was trying to sell stuff, so I just
always.
But one of the things that she really hit on, I don't know if you guys plan to listen to that, but she really hit on 80% of, what was it? 80% of okay, now I can't think.
Wasn't it
1% details and 80% of like how the benefits. So instead of posting all the details of the product, what's in it, and all this stuff, post how it can benefit them.
Well, because when you say like the Nangai oil, I said it helps with stretch marks, it helps with eczema. Well, boom, they're like, eczema, that's me. Or stretch marks, I have a bazillion stretch marks. That hits them like quicker than, it's got this ingredient and this ingredient and this ingredient. And they're just like, well, who cares about that? But what's it going to do for me? When you say eczema, stretch marks, then they're like, it targets exactly what their need is, right? It tells them what their need is. That's really good. Good one, Sarah. Kathy, you watched, weren't you on hers too? Her training?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What'd you pull out?
It was really good. It was a lot about what she just said too, about making it more like what the product is going to do for them, not telling them details all about the product, but how it's going to change their life. Like with Senegence, you'll be able to be home when your kids need you, and like point out like the direct things, like, and when you're talking to a college student, well, with Senegence you can pay off your college loans, and
I love it.
just like directly apply it to each audience. Like what's that word that they say like on all the crime shows when they profile? Yeah, profile your customers and make your comments directly into their world.
So good. That's a good reminder, because I've seen a lot on that. That's a really good reminder, because each person's situation is different.
Yeah.
One person is maybe a grandparent already, and another person's a mom, and another person, like you said, is in college. Yeah, that's nice. That's really good. I'm going to be jumping on it tonight. I had it booked for Saturday, but we were so busy I missed it. So I went in and I booked it for tonight. So I'm going to watch it tonight and take some notes. Because you can always take a couple nuggets away from any training. There's some stuff that you're like, I already know that, but there's usually a couple good nuggets that you can take and put into action. So always be learning something new.
Oh, I was going to show you the little bag that I got the other day, because I didn't want a huge thing to be taking. Like if people wanted to try products and I'm out and about, I wanted to be able to like grab it in my car and not have a huge thing. So I found this bag at Target. Look how cute it is.
That's adorable. Little
And
pine-
then look at the inside. So I have
oh,
Test
nice.
there, and then
That is cute.
all my product, and it's like Synogen's colors on the inside.
Nice.
That's a
That
good
was
idea.
smart.
And it has like another I don't know if I'm showing you very well, but yeah. So I thought that was really awesome.
That's really cute. We
It
need
was like-
someone to come up with a lip one like that. Exactly like that would be so cute.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
cute.
like lips, but sometimes I get tired of all the lip stuff.
I think my husband's like, you're too lipped out, honey. But that one group, those bags, what are they called again? They're called what are they called, Renee?
Lucy bags.
Yeah, the Lucy bags.
Lucy bags.
Because they have the little pockets on the outside, so when someone sees you, they see all your lip scents in there, and they're gonna be like, "What is that? What are you carrying around?" And you can put little, yeah.
They're just so expensive. Aren't they like $80?
I don't know.
You know, they are. I paid $79, but honestly, it is worth it. The fabric, it's like canvas fabric, and it's got leather on the bottom, and it fits everything. I mean, I was carrying around a little computer bag because I have, little everything that, my husband's like, oh my God, this is weighing a ton. I put everything in this bag and it doesn't feel like I'm carrying a ton. It feels really normal. And I've had people look at me funny, about the bag, and they're like, oh, that's a cute bag. Because I've got everything in it. And they're like, wow. I carry water with me. I carry everything. And it's worth the money. Even my husband said it's worth the money.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just everything adds up so quickly. You're like, the other day I was on, I have to pace myself with that Lip Boss swag page because
Yeah,
there's
that one's
so much stuff on there. And like that, did you guys see that carousel the other day where you can put the OMG? I wanted to, yes.
Oh my gosh, they are making some really cute displays. That one is adorable, and I'm wondering how much it's going to be though.
Yeah, because their stands are like $45, so I bet you it's at least $80. I bet you. Like,
So quick, before I was showing Sarah this before, just in case you girls, like the other thing I didn't touch base real quick on was selfies, and it's really important to do pictures of yourself wearing new colors. And if you can do a quick little demo, the fun ones, or it's not coming off. People like to see your face. So if you can get a hold of a tripod on Amazon, you want the one that's tall, because this way you can go outside and shoot videos in the summer when it's nice out. But it also is good because it goes on your desk, right? So you can shoot a video on your table or whatever. But it comes with this is a phone adapter. So you put your phone in here, and this will hold your phone while you're out shooting or you're in your living room. The other tip, and some of you girls already know this, but this is what you call a mini selfie light. So you're in your room and it doesn't look very bright. You can get this little light is $14 on Amazon. It's called Selfie Ring Light, and it clips on your phone. So when you flip it on your phone like this, it goes around your camera, and what it does is it puts a ring of light so you get the proper lighting. So when you're taking your picture, it's going to look good, and same with when you're shooting the video up close, it's going to look nice. So that's just a little cheap little tip,
Another thing I saw on video was they say that like the lighting has a lot to do with how people react to the products because they can really see it. And so like for me, I'm facing a window so you can really see my face as opposed to like turning like this. See how the shading is different? And so when you do a video, make sure you want to like face the window where the sun's not coming in, obviously, but that actually helps a lot too. So I've been trying to
find a spot. You just kind of move around with your phone and you'll see where my office is down in the basement and we have no real light down here. So I'm going to show you, I'm using a ring light. You're going to see what it looks like without it. Okay, get ready. It's not good.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So that's what you would get if I didn't have my ring light. So this is my ring light.
Huge difference.
So yeah. And these will fit like right now I've got a bigger Diva light behind me, but my Mac is very thin. This will fit on your Mac. So if you're on your computer, you can just pop it goes right over your camera, and you're going to get the same lighting effect on your laptop.
Wow.
So it's just those little things that you wouldn't even think about. that make a big difference when it comes to shooting a video or, taking a selfie even. Just having that little bit of lighting makes such a big difference. When you're in your car, I saw a girl, she was talking about leaning forward. Like now I'm leaning back, you can see the lighting difference. But the same thing in your car, when you lean out towards the light, so you get more light on your face. So try it when you're in your car taking a selfie, lean into the light. You still want a decent look, right? But you're gonna notice a big difference on your face. Just little tricks. Like Sarah said, in the window, go to your window and take a picture. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, because this is just the sun. Like, look at that.
Yeah, big difference. Yeah.
So,
Move around your house and boom, you'll find that one spot, that best spot. I think that's everything for now. I don't want to keep you all day. We've been on for an hour and a half now. That's pretty good, huh? And I've recorded it, so I'll get it downloaded to my computer and I'll put it on YouTube and then I'll share it. So if you want to go back and there's a certain spot, maybe you missed the beginning a little bit, you want to watch the beginning, then you can go back and watch, or you missed something I said and you want to rewrite it down, go ahead and you can fast forward and rewind and all that stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to jump on with one more set of ladies. Hopefully this will get you guys excited a little bit and moving forward. Yeah. All right.
All right.
We got a delay or something? Everyone's quiet.
Yeah.
It's like, delay.
Hey, Tracy, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, it got real quiet. I don't know what's going on, but I just wanted to show you my little buddy that is my constant companion, my 1-year-old that keeps me busy all the time.
Aww, so sweet. I know
I
you're
babysit him like 16 hours a day, so
wow.
that's why it's really hard to get some stuff done. But we go and take care of a 95-year-old lady 3 or 4 days a week also. The two of us do. So
You are busy, girl.
I just put in training when I can, but I so much appreciate things like this because I could really learn a lot
Yeah, awesome.
in a short time.
Yeah,
So
well, I'm
thank
happy
you.
you're here, girl.
Thank you.
Blessed, very blessed to have you. All right, ladies, I'm going to close it out and I will chit chat with you all later. We have our group so we can ask questions in there and have a good day.
Thanks. You
Bye,
too.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.